Hi guys, welcome to this unboxing and quick review of the FUVISION FHD camcorder. I mean, it's a hidden camcorder or like a camcorder pen, and yeah, that's of course made to do hidden recordings. Of course, it can be a legal thing, so just make sure before you use something like that, whatever you do, it is completely legal and not illegal. But you could use this for you to record some memories for you instead of using it as a spy cam. So I'm not telling you what to do or what not to do. I'm just covering a little bit this pen, looking how it really works, how the recording is. Of course, I will show you some footage so you can see if you can see and recognize anything, and if you can understand the words. Of course, it's really important to have as well audio. The thing is, it comes at around $37 at the moment, and there's even a coupon running, and I think you can still get it before Christmas if you want to buy it for you. Here we have some of the description, photo capture, timestamp. Yeah, it has, I think, a 2-hour battery, 400 milliamps, which is good for up to 2 hours recording. It has a built-in 16 gigabytes storage card. Does loop recording. I think the single image or single pieces, video pieces, are about 5 minutes. It's recording in 1080p. Here it doesn't say which version, but I think as far as I've seen, I've been buying the 16 gigabyte version. So here you can read more information about that. And yeah, here that's exactly what I was telling you. Just make sure you do not do any illegal stuff. Here we have the features: 1080p FHD, 2 megapixel camera sensor, and rechargeable battery for up to 120 minutes, and supports up to 128 gigabytes internal memory card. Yeah, 16 gigabyte is included. You can add an additional card, and you can also do still image. And yeah, that's here the detailed description and the number, and also some contact information, which is really good if you have problems with that. So let's take it out of the box and see, so we do not have to cut the thing. And here is what we get. There is nothing else. Is there any kind of instructions? Of course, I'm going to show you if there is a short user manual. So because yeah, you never know, maybe you buy it used and you don't get the instruction manual, or you lose it, or you just want to make a better informed buy decision and you can't find everything. So I'm going to show you now the full manual. That's just going to take a couple of seconds, maybe a minute, but usually people like that. So hope you can see that it's nicely focusing. So you have to go to 1080p. If you don't like that, you can skip maybe a minute or so. Hope you can read that here nice and clear. I can make it even a little bit bigger. So go to 1080p and pause it, and you should be able to read that. I think, yeah, 1 year warranty even, so really nice. I'm going to read that now, and yeah, so I'll of course have to charge it probably, and then we'll go from there. By the way, there's of course one more thing regarding the LED light. When we plug it in here, let's say in this power bank, it starts blinking, so we know it is starting to charge. And when we get a steady blue light, now we have the blinking blue light, means it is charging, and as soon as we get the steady blue light, it means that it is fully charged. So I've been trying around a little bit, and I think I now got the point more or less how it works. It's not too easy, but also not too difficult. So we start with the basic functions, which is of course the pen function. We can just hold this here, the pen. I hope it's focusing. Yeah, we hold it and then twist it, and we should be able to use this as a normal pen. As you can see, works really nicely, no problem with that. We can put it back and it's nicely protected. So when you want to see it here, that's inside. Yeah, hope you can see that. It's a little bit hard to focus, and I'm using not much light here, and there's a reason, of course. I want to show you the function. It uses the LED, so I don't have much light here, but it's deeply recessed inside. So we have 3 replacement pens here, but I have really no clue at the moment how we can remove them inside here. I haven't found any function to release that inside. Maybe you know more about that. I have really no clue. I've been trying both sides, pulling whatsoever, didn't work. So here we have the normal USB-A plug to charge. That's the first thing here which we have to do, charge. And the second thing is of course the data transmission. When we want to see the audio, video, pictures, whatsoever, we have to use this. We can stick this into the computer. Of course, it's a little bit dangerous when you have such heavy, long things. I do not recommend to use that directly in a computer. You could definitely damage a computer if you're not careful. So we get an extension cable here, which is a really nice thing. So we can use that here and attach this to your computer, and that's much safer than have this long heavy thing directly into computer. I'm not saying you can't use that, but I'm always a little bit afraid of doing that. So let's close this again and let's go to the video and photo function. By the way, the thing is a little bit oversized, and to show you that, I have a couple of normal pens here. This is normal pencil, yeah, here as well. Small pen, of course it's a little bit large, but here we have also this kind of, it's something with an ad on it, and it has even a similar size. So it is definitely a little bit larger, but it is not totally unusual to use such a size of pen. Of course, it is definitely a little bit heavier. It has to include everything with the battery, camera, whatsoever. So you could have a hard time to have it attached to your button-down shirt. So it's maybe a little bit heavy. Yeah, when you have this just attached here, that's putting a lot of weight so on your shirt, and pocket could look a little bit strange, but maybe you find a better place. If you have a suit or so, that probably would work easily, or you just have it on the desk. So anyway, so no more talking about using this. Yeah, it could be illegally. Make sure you're not using this illegally and just using it fully legally, and do not do crazy things, or you could end up in jail. So let's continue with that. By the way, there's a reset button here. Yeah, that's also, yeah, here on this side, I think. So it really looks like that's the one on this side. I mean, here on this side you have the camera on top here with this protection. And on the other side here we have that's the reset hole, the LED indicator, and the microphone. So it's everything in one, and I have a little bit, I am a little bit fearing that I will destroy something when I push too hard inside. I mean, with the microphone and the LED inside, I don't wanna do crazy things here, but yeah, it is described that it is here, so I'm not doing anything at the moment. So I just wanted to show you how this works. So I'll turn off the light again. Of course, that we can record something, we have to remove the slider from the camera. If you have it like this, you cannot make any recordings. So you really have to remove that. I hope you still can see that with this really low light. So I push this. Yeah, it's now a little bit stuck, but you can see you can easily push this over the camera. So now I have it away and I'm ready to record. Now let's turn it on. So you have to watch always this LED, what it does. So I'm clicking for a couple of seconds and then it should start to blink. Now we have this purple color, and it should turn into red and blink 3 times. So 3 times means it is already recording on this side. If we want to stop it, we can push once and it should save everything onto the built-in storage and then turn into red. Sometimes you have to give it a little bit of time till it has finished the operation. Now we can start it again with just one time clicking, and it blinks red 3 times. Always when it starts recording a video, it blinks red 3 times. So we stop the recording again with one push, and we can see this standby. When it's on standby, after some time it goes into sleep. I mean, it will turn off after some time. Don't see it here at the moment, but it has some kind of automatic power off after being in this standby mode too long. So let's go to photo mode. We have to click 2 times, and don't click too fast. When you do the double click too fast, it won't work. So you have to be a little bit slow with this double click. So now it is blue, that means it's ready to make a picture. So just push once and you see it should be a little bit flashing slowly, or did it just once, this purple color, and that confirms that it has made the picture. So let's do it again. Takes a little bit of time. Now picture is done. So we can go back to the video mode as well with pushing 2 times, but again slowly. 1, 2. And so you can see it is back in video mode with the red, but it is not recording. We can start recording with just pushing once, and it should then blink 3 times and turn off. So that means now it is video recording, and it is also audio recording. I've seen in the manual it said no audio, but according to the reviews it should record audio as well, as long as I haven't destroyed the microphone with the reset button here when I tried to do the reset before. So yeah, now let's turn it off again. So it's in standby, and now I turn the whole thing off. So just watch this, what happens here. It's a little bit different to turn on. I just keep pushing and then it flashes about 3 times, but purple, no red blinking. When it blinks purple 3 times means it's turned off. Now whatever I do, it won't do anything. As you can see, I can push and push and push. This means it's turned off. Actually, what I should have done before is, I highly suggest to do that before you do anything with the camera or microphone. You have to stick this into your computer, either directly or with the cable, and then open a file. There's a file, it's called something like text. Here we have the description about that. Maybe it's even here on this side. Here we have the time and date setting. So you have to open the time.txt file and then adapt the date and time, and you save it again and then restart your camera, and then every like video footage should then contain the right timestamp. So I'm doing this as well and do a little bit of video recording and making pictures, and I'm going to show that now. So I'm going to show you now how to manipulate the DateTime file. So here we have it. I mean, here we have the pictures and videos. So these are just the samples which I have done, and I'm going to do now nicer footage, so I'm not looking into that at the moment. But let's go back to the DateTime file. I think it's good to open it with the notepad. So now we have it here. We have the date, so the year, and I guess that's the month. So that let's do this here, and I guess that's the day here. And so let's go to the time, which is military time. So it's 13 and not 1, and we have 4 minutes and seconds. I'll leave, I don't care. Let's add 1 minute. I mean, it takes some time till I have it back now. Here with yes, no, you can decide if you want to have the timestamp on the images, and I say yes. And here obviously there is some gap here. We have to maintain this gap, of course. And the next thing is the length. That's this thing here, the length of the video. And 1 means 10 minutes. So I'll change it to 0, which means 5-minute clips. And the next thing is audio enable or disable. So it's on 1, and 1 means audio enabled, I mean activated. So I think that's it now. I press Ctrl and S and it's saved. And now I can also close this. I mean, you could actually just hit this X and then it will ask if you want to save yes or not. And I think after that you have to reboot the pen, so the timestamp, new timestamp will be active. So I've recorded now everything which I wanted to record, and I've plugged in the camera again. Now we have still this timestamp and this DCIM, and go to this folder and let's check on that, and we can now see that it has different date modified. So the old recordings were starting, I mean they were showing the March 28, which is definitely wrong, but since I have changed the timestamp file, now it's showing the correct date modified date and time, which is nice. And regarding the length, it seems to be really working. As you can see, the longest file duration is exactly 5 minutes. So it looks like with the 0 which I've put in, it has adjusted this to 5 minutes down from 10 minutes. So regarding the LED outside, it was a little bit difficult. Inside you can easily see it normally, especially if it's not super bright light, but outside with full sunshine it's almost impossible to see what state the camera really is, because the LED is not bright. I mean, there's a reason why it's not super bright, but it could be really difficult to see. So I have made a few pictures now. Let's start with the images. So we can see it is not absolutely perfect, but at least you can see something, and it has the correct timestamp, which is really good. So here you can see the car, the colors are a little bit yeah, they are not really accurate. I mean, the white balance is not really good. Looks everything a little bit washed out, but still it's not bad. I mean, I have actually been expecting worse than that, so it is not too bad actually. So here we have a sound test. Of course, I cannot only record sound like an audio file. We always have to record the video, and I've done in it both directions. So first I held the camera to the away from me, so that means actually the microphone was towards me, and then in the opposite direction. But I think there's no difference, just listen on your own. 2, 3, 4, 5, test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, test. So the microphone is not too good, not too bad. I mean, you can clearly understand what people are saying. So I've then attached the camera to the rabbit cage and let it run for a while. So I hope it's not illegal to do something like that. Nah, just joking. Can't be a real problem, but yeah, I mean, now it's stuck for a reason. I don't, oh no, it's not stuck, they are just not moving. Yeah, let's go a little bit forward. Yeah, of course, I'm playing directly from the camera, I mean from the file which sits on the camera, and it would be definitely better to copy the files to the computer and then watch it. So I'm doing that now. So while I'm copying, you can see the speed, and the speed is pretty low. It's not even at USB 2.0 standard. So when I'm using the GoPro on the same USB hub, then I have about 100 times the speed as with this one. So yeah, I don't know if it's only USB 1 or USB 2. I can't remember what's the USB 1 standard, but USB 2 would be around 60 megabytes, and that's only between 7 and 8 megabytes, so pretty slow. I mean, but you're not doing this every 10 minutes or so, so we don't mind. It will be completed in about 4 minutes, and that's a lot of footage here. So I have copied now everything, and let's open the thing again and see if it's working better. The beginning is good. Let's see if it gets stuck again. Yeah, it gets stuck again. I mean, it can't be from the playing with the VLC. I mean, there shouldn't be a problem with VLC. It looks like it's from the recording. I'm pretty sure the camera is not able to record a constant stream, and yeah, I will look into other footage again, but this doesn't really convince me, even when the footage itself was not too bad. I mean, you can see single hair. I mean, you can see a little bit of fur, and it wouldn't be too bad. I mean, it's pretty focus or in focus, not too bad. I've seen definitely worse. So here I have also some kind of footage from walking or while walking around. Hope it's playing more or less. Here it's again from the camera, but you can see, of course, there's absolutely no stabilization, and the field of view is pretty narrow. It's definitely no wide angle, and I wanted to actually point towards the camera here, but I didn't even hit the camera, which is on the right corner actually, and yeah, I totally missed that. Yeah, I mean, it's not super bad. I mean, when I remember when I went to the same area with the kids camera, and yeah, the kids camera definitely recorded, or the kids camera recording was definitely not this quality. I mean, it was worse quality Definitely this is better, the better footage than the kid's camera, so I'm not totally complaining about that. Everything is pretty good visible. But they are claiming like for a 90 degrees angle, and I highly doubt that it's a 90 degrees angle. This may be 70 degrees or so, but there's still some footage on it and useful, and as long as it's not getting stuck, you can really see a lot of details. Of course, like always, the more light you have, the better the footage will be. This is like always with every camera, so I'm not complaining. This is about what I was expecting, more or less. It works. Sound is available. Yeah, the only thing which annoys me a little bit, that it gets stuck every now and then, maybe every 5 or 10 seconds for a little bit, and you could miss some things. Here it's running for a little bit longer. Maybe it was just a temporary thing, I don't know. So, but probably, yeah, it's not 100% reliable. As you can see, the file is still playing here at this point. I don't know what's happening. So for me, it looks like the file was still recording, but there's not the video on it. So I think the problem is because of the recording and not because of the playing with the VLC. So here's the listing on Amazon with a few images and a little bit more description. And as always, I will put down the link to this listing down into the description, so you can check it out and maybe order it right from there if you like it. And as you can see, if you're watching this video today, it will still arrive before Christmas, and it's only $36, and there's even a coupon at the moment. So yeah, it's up to you to decide if you want to buy or not. I hope I was able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.